I mean, I often use the, the the word toolkit for the things that you've given us. Sort of, you've given us loads of different techniques and things, and I really like that. So I use some of them in my own life to calm myself down, especially when I'm in conflict with, which really helps. But also, it's given me some things that I can give to clients who are in sort of mental distress or whatever. Some really, especially the box breathing and 478 and things like that for people who just need something. And it's useful. I found it in particular for my coaching or hypnotherapy clients, for people who sort of message me and like, oh, everything's going wrong. I'm like, right, go and do this, and I'll speak to you next week, rather than, we need to have a session now. So I can give them some stuff in an email that's really simple but works really well.
Again, like Matthew there, it's helped me, well, at the beginning, it's helped me more to be more centered instead of being as reactive as I know I always was. But I found, and this is where I really am going to be using it a lot more, as well as doing classes and groups. Um, I want to integrate it into what I do with the cognitive rewiring work. So I found that I've already been bringing that into my sessions. And as some people, like there was one lady came into a session there the other day, and she was already up to 90. And I was like, how the hell? Like, she's up here. I need to get her down here. I need to talk about the actual issue, not what's going on up here at the moment. She's come to me for one specific thing, but she's not talking about that right now. So it's just a case of, right, just sit down for a second. Just before we go any further, I just want you to follow me for a second. And then it just stops. Everything just becomes still. And she just went silent. She did what I asked her to do. Um, and then we just steadily changed the subject into what she actually came with. And that's where I'm finding it really, really helpful. And then I use the breath work through the session as well. And just towards the end for when we're coding in new beliefs. So whatever we're getting rid of with the subconscious. So you're healing the past to heal the present. But I'm using the breath as well with the reflection and memory state to help her go a little bit deeper. And like I've been finding any of the testimonials I've been getting back from people since I've been doing breath work have been a lot more powerful, that the results seem to be a lot like everyone's going that bit deeper in the session.
I've been able to speak to people about it. I remember in the first session you saying about just whenever you're out and about, just in the park, just go and do some breath work with the guy on the bench. I thought, yeah, all right, like I'm just going to walk up to a stranger and do some breath work with him in the park. But there has been moments where things have just cropped up, or in conversation, or you just catch someone and you start talking about it and you say, "Can you just want to try this with me for a minute?" And then you use it as a tool and you see them connect with themselves in that moment. I've loved it.
So I think on a personal level, it really has changed my perception of breathwork techniques of but like all types. I've always had like, the background of yoga and pranayama. But I think with this course it's really opened my eyes to um how deep it runs with connecting to your nervous system, and it's made me become aware of, I've always been aware of my emotions intellectually and making sense of it, but like body wise, it's really brought me into like what I feel in my body, and not trying to put it into words or make it feel like logical or whatever, just like whatever it is, it is. And I think that has really opened my eyes to how profound it is for myself.